Okay, good morning, everybody. So we will do 23, Tesu eko paniyataya kantua atano paniyang rakamano. So this is continue listing lah. So what we do is we standard, we must establish subject and a verb, subject and a verb. So this is so if the straight away we see jaran akan tua, then we will look for another verb. This is another verb. This is a present participle. This is a present participle. Then we go again. There is a jaran. Again, there's a jaran. There's a jaran. Then can you see this is another verb? That in these sentences there's a lot of verb. This is past participle. This is the one we want to know. Because this is a present tense plural. So present tense plural, that means the subject and the verb must agree. You remember, must agree, which means if this is plural, the verb must be plural. This is plural. Do. Okay, once you find a plural verb, then it's a lot, because this word is very long until the end, of it. So what we try to establish is, in this case, you see, echo. Echo is a singular, but this is plural. So technically, this is one pair, one of them. That means this is a subject. These two combined as a subject, one of them. Right, the one of them. So that means one of them. So we don't know who are they lah. Because this is a part of the sutta, one of them. So in this case, what we do is we don't put having come. Having come, having came. So you just put a past tense first. One of them came. Can you see came? Came. So, and this is an object. Came for water. This is indirect jet. Pani. Can you see paniyang? Paniyang is the object. Ataya in means need for the need of water. So technically this is a compound. It means for the need of water. In this case, we don't have to say the word need. We say came for water is good enough. The need truncate. Need of water. No need to be need of water, no need to mention. You see, came for the water is good enough. Because this compound is this one. So we truncate the word need for water enough. For water. Ataya, no need translate. Right? Came for water. The next line. Can you see the next line here is another verb. So our another verb is here. This is can you see the word Raka? Raka means protect. Mano is protecting or guarding. Guarding, and this is guarding. In this case, because this is nominative. So that means if you go to that means if you're going to construct, that means it's still this one. No, one of them. One of them. That means the object is still this. One of them. So if you want to take this and this and one of them, then you have to put who is guarding the water. Because it's still referring to this, because this one. So that means this one is not in there. So if you continue in like that, one of them who is guarding the water. Okay, then you see here guarding the water. Continue by here. Water up to here, guarding the water. This is the first line. So what we can do is this one also this one, name is this one belongs to this. For himself, Atano. Can you see this is a dative? So that means our translation This is this is one set. This is one set. Can you see this is one set? This is one set. The top line. This is the second line. It means guarding the water from himself. Or means it's referring to one of them lah. Okay. Any question on this? This is a bit. This is clear. So the next line. Can you see the next line is start from here. Means it itara se. Tumbato. It means in this case, the to there is not referring to nominative singular. The to is added to form an ablative. That means this is forming ablative, the to here. So that means here what it says, okay. Here is referred to this, same of this, one of the other. You see, this is one of them, this is one of the other, Can you see, one of the here? Means one here. What here? One don't have to mention because this is no longer in the sentence. Of okay. One of the my keyboard got problem. There's sometimes time won't come out. That means one or the other. This is referring one or the other. That means this without this one, it have to be like that. And that means either you translate as for other. So in this case, I just take like that. For others, can you see the word here? Pavitra, drank. Okay, drank, that means drank. Okay, so drank, can you see this is ablative? Ablative at the toe, that means from the water vessel or the pot. Can you see this is ablative? Right. So we stick to this enough. For others, drank from the pot or the vessel. And here, because this is tumba is water vessel, is referring to the water pot. So that means this is one line already. This is one small little sentences. One little sentences. So when you see a lot of verb, when you see a lot of verb, you have to do in such a way. This one will stop at here. So that is 3 lines. After that, you connect all up together. So here, the next one is still here. This got 2. So we will see a sayang. Adverb of time is always put in accusative. Adverb of time is in accusative form. So in this here, that means it's referring to in the evening. So evening lah. So they don't have to say in the evening. In English, we have to say in the evening. But here refers to evening. So this is adverb. So adverb that means in evening. So evening, can you see here? Come out from the forest. So in this case, your subject is referred to because one of them, we don't know who. So in this case, you can say, you can say, you can use this, you can use for others, drank from the pot, and comma, no, because this is for other again, that means here your subject will be for others, came out from the forest, came out from the forest. This is another one. So this is the second line. This is the second line. So you got 4, the third part, came out from the forest. So the same thing, that here, take a bath. Take a bath, that means they still refer to this one. For others, we don't know. So this one is not mentioned. So you can put all the way, comma here, until a bath here. And then, can you see? And stood here. Comma, and this part, I think it should be N already. Then here you should put N, and standing there. So that means there are many of them. So stood. So this is the part. So the next line, ati nuko. This is a phrase because the word nuko means is a question mark. Ati nuko. The word ati is a third person singular. So that means you should translate this is there. Is there. So here, can you see a highlight is there? So is there because it's a question mark. Is there? Then can you see this is adverb of the time? Aja, today. So today, adverb of time in English we put in front. Today. Then you put this one. Is there? Is there? Is there? So the question mark has to put at the back. Is there? Okay, now. Can you see? Can you see the word? Is there? Okay. Can you see this one? Kimchi papang. Kimchi papang is the object. Any evil? Can you see kimchi papang? Is there any evil? Okay. So this verb. This is object. Is there any evil? Can you see the word? Plural. Katang ti. Do. Any evil do. Followed by this one. By me. So this should be instrumental lah. By me. Okay. Is any evil do by me? All right. Because normally in English, you see subject, verb, no, object. When the question is, you have to put the verb in front of the object. So this is a question. That's why the object be in front of the verb. Is there any evil? So in this case, I put a do and done because I think it's done by me, right? Because this is become a passive form. Done by me in English is a passive form, but your sentences is not in a passive form. It's not because I put a do and done because I know this word is do. That's why I put done by me. This is passive form. Passive form is my choice of translation. Done by me. Then after that, we have to go through here. Can you see this one? Okay. This one is kaya and dwara. Kaya is the body. Dwara is the door. Means through the door of the body. Then you can see the word adi here. Adi means starting or beginning. That means the evil is committed starting with the body. So the word he is a plural. He is a plural because bodily action, there are many things of it. Bodily action, like for instance, first precept is killing, second by body. Second precept is taking, stealing, also by body. The third precept is kamesu, is also by body. Then the fourth precept is by speech. So that means this is talking about by body. That means the first three precepts through the body. So you can see so here you can see that this is by me, okay, by me, and then this is an extension of what is done by me here through the body. So through the body. So it means today, is there any evil done by me through the body? Can you see this line is a bit complicated? Don't worry about I use past participle because this way is a passive. So if that means if I use passive, I will put is done by me lah. Done by me. Otherwise, it will be do. Any evil do by me sounds a bit weird. Do by me sounds a bit odd. So I replace it to make it sounds better. By me. Okay. So this is this line. So you got any question on this? Now, I think it's very clear. So the compound I already give it here. This compound is here. Compound is here. So the word kaya dwara. Kaya dwara, you know, normally in Abhidhamma, we have Dwi-dwara. Dwi-dwara. That means Dwi-dwara is the pair door, a pair door, a pair door, pair door, a pair door. A pair door is what? Side and eye. This is called the pair door lah. Dwi-dwara. Sight and eye, sound and ear. So in Abhidhamma you got what you call it, the 17 thought moment. So in the 17 thought moment, normally the mind is in Bhavanga. That means the Bhavanga life continuum state. So in the Bhavanga, then after the Bhavanga, there will be what is called the past Bhavanga, Atita Bhavanga. Atita means past Bhavanga. It will move until something trigger it. So something trigger is called the arresting bhavanga. Something trigger it will arrest the object. So the arrest the object is through the Dwi-dwara. Dwi-dwara means the door. The door can be the eye door, ear door, nose door, the tongue door, the body door. So in this is talking about the body door. This is talking about the body door. All right. So I think you can understand that. So that's why you use a kaya dwara, kaya dwara. So Abhidhamma took one of this into their 17 thought moment. So I move to the next translation. Upadarento. This is past participle. So it's still nominative. Can you see tanetwa? Okay, tanetwa. So here, so that means here, okay, here, you always, if you can recall, I always say Jaran, Mustang, and an object. In this case, tatetwa, you never see the object. No, that means here the object is water. The object having stolen this water, you see where? One of them came out for the water. Came out for the water, got the water, drank the water. So this is the part. That means the object here, Pali is something like that. When you have a Jaran, you must got an object. The object is in the past line. So we have to take back from having drank the water. So in this case, we say this water lah. So this one is not mentioned. I put in the bracket. So now, here can you see upadarento? Upadarento, that means, so when you do your sentence, having stolen this water, then your subject is also not mentioned. So I will put I am considering. You see, now this one is also the bracket one. That means considering what? Considering what I stole and drank. So that's why I put here drank. So to give you the idea of how to get the message out, I am good. We only got one considering. you were lost. Okay. The next. After considering this part, this part is a bit complicated. Okay. Pani, this is Pani. Pani, can you see? Pani is water. So if you look at this junction, you know this is talking about the water already. All right. Okay, water. So, but here is, no, it's from previous line. Here. All right. Now, so the now here is this is a Jaran. All right, Jaran. This is my translation. So I use I. So I, just I am, this is saw. So I put I saw. Because this is having seen. I saw what? Bawang pita. I saw bawang pita. I saw technically the water. So here bawang pita, that means I saw it become yellow. It is what? It is referring to the water. the water become yellow. That means, so I put a question mark. Does it mean yellowish water? So that means that means this this one of them we don't know who It could they are meditating or what, and then during the meditation, somehow during the reflection, it seems that the water turned yellowish, muddy lah. So it turned muddy lah. So this is how we try to sort out the meaning. Otherwise, at the end of the day, then only we can see the real picture one, because it's not so easy, because too many lines. So then having seen become yellow for the water. In this case, for the water. For the water, this is for the water, because this is a dative, or of the water is not the problem. So that means I say I saw it became yellow. So this is refer for the water lah. Technically from your line, for the water. Okay, it means this one continue. So that means it means that the water turn yellowish lah. So this part is done. So the next line, can you see Samvega Patto Kutua. Okay, can you see? That means can you see here? Here. So that means this is a Geran. Geran. So I will still use I again, because the subject I never mentioned. I. So in this case, this is Hutua. Hutua means it's a verb to be. Instead of using been, I use had. So I use I had, because you can say I have been. It's the same. I have been. Can you see the one? Pato is a PPP, God. And then the word samvega is anxiety. So this whole line, it should be translated, I had anxiety. I had past tense lah. I had anxiety. You get me? Patu is obtain lah. Potter is obtain. I say got lah. I don't say I obtain, because in English we don't say I obtain anxiety. You would rather say I got anxiety. You don't even say I have anxiety. You may say I have anxiety, but you say you got anxiety most of the time. Maybe that is how you describe the Pato Sambega. All right. So I had and anxiety. A-E-I-O-U must be N. And anxiety. All right. So the brown one is here. Okay, the brown one is here. Ayang tanha. This is a feminine noun. So this is a feminine noun adjective. So this is a subject. This craving, this craving. Can you see this is a feminine noun? I better put a feminine noun. Otherwise, you get lost. Feminine noun. And then this is GCN, also feminine noun. Okay, feminine noun. You see, all the way, the brown one is feminine noun. This craving is increasing. This is present participle, is increasing. So this is kind of reflection lah. So that means during your vipassana meditation, so the object of meditation, after you've done something, you reflect, or you recall, you suddenly recall, because when you do a reflection, you say, is there anything, you can see, today, is any evil done by me to the body? And then after that, you remember that you have drink the water. Drinking the water, whether it's given or is just took it. When you take it, adina dana means you take without permission, means adidana can consider as steal but actually it's not. Taking a water from the well, or it's not a problem one, or from the river is also not a problem. But however, because of his virtue, he want to reflect. So I will continue again. Okay, the blue one, you see now the blue one I have to put in, because so I put blue one so that you can know it's the same line, is split into three lah. Okay, Then this one, so in this one, mang is I, So that is the reason why I'm able to translate this as I am, because of this word mang. You see, in Pali, you must catch one of the word, then you're able to do that. Otherwise, because you want to ask me, hey, how do you get I? So I come from the word mang. Mang means me, me means this one as a subject is I lah. So you get it, Then to me, to me. Then can you see? No doubt, this one, this is a future tense. So this a future tense. Normally you will put into a quotation. If you put in the quotation, if you put in a quotation, then you have no problem. To me, he will discard. Can you see? Because this is a singular. He will he will be discarded. Can you see this word in the help? Can you? So when you see this one, there's no agree with me. That means you have to put in the quotation. You put in quotation to me. That's how you do it. To me, he will be discarded in there. Because others say, hey, this one and this one doesn't agree. So should be army. It's not like that. So when you see like that, you open quotation, you put in this form, it will be all right. Follow. Any question on this? It may sounds a little bit complicated. So I put here I will be discarded. Technically, because I put I is because why? You see, is there any evil done to me lah? So that means it apply to him, it apply to me. So this is how we take the translation. All right. Okay. We will move to the next line. This slide is very long. This line, imang kilesang. So imang and kilesang. So when you see like imang kilesang, this one can be, it appears like can be a neuter noun, and then kilesa can be a neuter noun or be a, okay. So if you're not sure that whether kilesa is a neuter noun, then you have to check in the dictionary. I put every time I see like that, I think it's an object. But now I need to re-establish whether it's not. Sometimes I'm too sure already. I'm too sure already, so I don't check one. Okay, masculine now. So masculine now. So as long as it's masculine now, that is object. Okay. So this is an object. Can you see? Now, this word is nikan hisa miti. That means in this part, so this will become your subject and object lah. Subject, object. So let me say the subject. Can you see the S and V? So I will restrain. I will restrain. So I will restrain. This is object. I will restrain from this kilesa. So the word here, can you see? I will restrain. Okay. This kilesa. So technically, it sounds a bit over. The word restrain always take an preposition of from. Even though there is no from, I will restrain from this. So the word kilesa, the word kilesa means stain. Stain. So it also translated as defilement. See, let's go back to the same thing. Can you see? The word kilesa is passion, and last, impurity. Can you see kilesa? Can you see the word kilesa? And this is the kilisati. Can you see? This is a Sanskrit. This is kilisati. Kilisati means stain. This is a verb. Something, and if your clothing got stained by something dirt, that is called stain. Kilisa is stain. So something become impure. Your white shirt kena stain, it become impure. So this is what you call kilesa lah. Kilesa. So in generally, you can translate as last lah. Okay. So sometimes you see this as stain, this is a verb. Should be and Stain. This is a noun. So sometimes it's defined as defilement. Most of the time, book starts as defilement. Most of the time, the book is translated as defilement. So this part, you see, I will refrain from this last. This is the object. This subject, verb, the object here. These two. All right, no problem. Then you can see this one. You can use so here is paniyasa. Paniyasa. If you take asa means this, you take paniyasa. Also is pani is water. This is asa. There is a y. There is a y inserted in between this. So in this case, if you take asa, asa is come from the word imang. Come from the word imang. Imang means this. So this is of this. I will show you this. So we will look into this one. We take this one. This one can have declension. Ima come from the word ima. This one pronoun. This one pronoun. This one. I take this. Okay. This one. Ima declension. Okay, you see asa. This is asa plus genetive. Because this is this, no, ayang, ayang is this, of this. Can you see, asa means of this, of this, you can see this one. So this one has two possibility, So that means if you look at asa and the y is it's inserted between this one is pani is water. So here you see of this water because I'm taking this as genitive case, so of this water. So that's why you see, here I will refrain from this last, okay, this last, okay. So here, that means, this one from stealing of this water. Technically, it means of stealing of this water, because the stealing is not mentioned. So it's interconnected with it. That means the stealing from, I already put in the bracket. This one is referred to this one. Put another, because the screen is too congested already. I better draw a line. Join to here. Can see, from stealing of this water. So we no need to put the of from stealing this water will do. Okay, any question on this? Think about it. Think about it. This is really real complicated. Real complicated. Yeah. We have move. So it is, you see the it here, it is putting in the quotation. It applies to the top one also. This it applies to this line also. Because apply here. Because this one, that's why I put in quotation. This one also can put in the quotation. You can put in the quotation all the way until this one. Okay, now we're gonna move to the
Brother Alfred.
Yeah.
That close quotation, does it apply to the top one, the top after the first comma? Atinuko, because Atinuko there's apostrophe there. Further up, I think yours is line 2, is it? There, line 3. Tito, there's a open in comma, open inverted comma, Atinuko.
No.
So that comma,
It don't have
comma?
It don't have to be that because it don't have to be that because you see this is they, they, because this is they, so they do, so they do it they do has no conflict with I and he. You see, this is me and he, So this is he will be discarded. Technically, this is he. So this is a conflict. So when there is a conflict, you have this is pronoun and this pronoun doesn't agree. Then you can put in the code to me. So to me, he will be discarded. That means what that means to me, that means I'm not the one who steal the water. One of them will steal the water. You remember the starting line, one of them took the water, drink the water. Then to me, he is referring to the one who took the water, not me. So
Yeah.
this is the quotation because of these two conflict line. That is they is mean maybe also can apply, but at the end of the day, when you try to connect, you should be able to sort out how to line it accordingly lah. So I mean, more or less you have the idea already. More or less you have the idea how to put a quotation. Sometimes you don't have to put a quotation. In this case, I highlight so that you can understand why this and this does not agree. That is the problem.
Then that after the open quotation, where does it end?
This one is the translator put, so I cannot understand. I cannot. It's not put by me because it's in the book. It's like that. I just copy and paste like exactly lah. But then my translation do not have to be exactly like how they put lah. How they put lah. Because different translator, when you look at the certain Pali word, they will translate slightly differently. You cannot get it exactly. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry because if you look this line, it's very straightforward. Today, is there any evil done by me? So this is very individual. Can be one line by itself. You have no problem because N is a question mark. You are asking yourself, did I do anything wrong today? So it don't have to be in a quotation anymore because this can stand alone. This line can stand alone. Agree? Can stand alone.
Like thinking like that, right?
So can stand alone, so you don't need a quotation. You don't need a quotation. So don't the quote there, I don't think it is applicable at all. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, we will move to the next line. It's really tough one. All right, so we are here already. This line. Okay, this line. Now, can you see pita bawang? Okay, pitang bawang aramana. Okay, now from here, you are very sure that this guy is doing a meditation. So this is normally we say object of meditation. We will use the word aramana. Aramana, object. The object. So let's say I will give you an idea. So let's say you use the 4 types of kashina. You know it's kashina means the 4 types of color. 4 types of color kashina. Kashina. My eye cannot come up. So kashina, that means this is samatha meditation. Samatha means develop concentration. You have one of them is yellow. Yellow. You have yellow. You have blue. You have blue. I think white.
Red, is it?
Red and lohitang. Red. So this is the kashina. So kashina, if a person is doing so that means if you take a kashina, so you will say that the object of your meditation, your aramana is this one. Aramana, the object is this one. But if you do breath, a breath is you don't have an object. A breath is not an object. Breath is not tangible. So you only observe There's a pajanati, you observe. So this is real hard object. You look at the object, a round object called mandala. Mandala is a this. This about you take your tips of your finger until your wrist, tip of the finger until the wrist is about 5 to 6 inches plus 4 inch of another four finger lah. You take another four finger, you add it in, it's approximate about 8 to 10 inch lah. So the mandala should be around measuring from your tip of your middle finger until your wrist is approximately 5 to 6 inches plus four fingers, which is about 2-3 inch lah. So you're about 8 inches lah. So it will be around. So then you take if it's a white one, you have to look at the sky. Red one is easy. You take a red earth. You're going to find a blue yellow earth. So that is the object of meditation. Okay. So what happened here? Okay, here is it. That means katwa is done. Having done and done object, the object becomes yellow. Is done object become yellow? This is difficult to understand. So what we do is see so my translation, I change the word katwa. I put here, I observe. I observe because katwa is did. Did is observe. I change observe. Then here I put the meditation object. I observe the meditation object became yellow. You see, otherwise you cannot figure it out. How you going to translate? So I observe the meditation object became yellow or turn yellow or whatever. Turn yellow. All right, because the word. All right, now finish up to this part. Can you see here? Okay, vipassana. What they this having grown, that means I have because you see just I use I have because the word here grown, grown inside. You say grown inside, how you going to translate? So I have grown inside. That means technically means I develop inside lah. Here I say have, or you can put I have developed. This is a choice of what you do the translation. I develop. Yeah, I develop the insight. Vipassana is the insight. You see, if you don't look at how I translate, I tell you, you cannot figure what is going on. So this will help you a lot. There is a lot of remark here and there. That means you have an idea how to translate. Okay. Now the next line. This part. Okay. Pacceka bodhi nyanang. Okay. So the word here is the word is pacceka means pati and eka. Pati plus eka equals pacceka. That means eka is one. Pati eka means one loan. Loan. That means can you see nyanang? That means this is a verb. Okay. Nipati tua. That means nipati tua, I will put here having produced the knowledge. Okay, here this is jnana, knowledge of lone enlightenment. That means it become a Pacceka Buddha. Pacceka Buddha. So here I put having produced because this is a jaran. So here you can see here they come here. That means I again I have produced the knowledge of lone. So technically here it means that that means after doing the meditation on the yellow object, reflect after the reflection and then reflection, all those things, then this jnana arises during the reflection or during the meditation because this is too short to grasp everything. So now we will take the next line from here. Can you see atasi? Atasi is to, can you see this is a PRP, RP Janto observing. Okay, okay. Okay, here. Then And here, see, can you see? So, observing, I put observing. Okay, here, this one, patilada, obtain knowledge. So, that means, so in this case, whether I put he or I because this is a third person. So he, third person, because Atasi cannot be I. Atami, it will be I. So this is a or third person. So probably you should take it as I, you should take it as I am. I'm observing. So I'm observing, and then you have to put and obtain the knowledge. Follow by this, follow by this, you just continue with this one, you can has obtained, you can join this together with this, no, that means observe and obtain and produce the knowledge of enlightenment. Because this line itself, 2 week, he observe or obtain the knowledge. Is interrelated. You see, observing and obtain knowledge. Or you can say gain knowledge and stood there. He gained knowledge and stood there. I don't know why he was stood there. So this part is a bit difficult. Observe and stood there. All right. So, any question on this? So if you go through all these, if you go through all these here, you see, now I split it out. There up to 8. One of them on coming for drinking water. This one is husbanded. That means is husbanded. The water in the pot. That means technically it means this is an English word. I also never check. Drank from I think collect, and this probably is collect. Drank from the pot. Drank from the pot of other one. See, it's a bit complicated. Even I read here, so not so smooth. Towards the evening, he came out of the forest and took bath. This no problem. This okay. There was standing. You see, this was standing. He thought. This one was standing. He thought. Because so the standing is this part. Instead of the standing is this part. This he thought. Have I commit any wrong deeds today by means of the door or body and light? This part also I cannot answer and light. I don't know what it means. Then he remember. Then he remember. This one is not there definitely. I can tell you. Then he remember. He drank the water from the stolen. Remember. He drank stolen water. Grief. The word grief is just now is the one. Regret. And this one samvega. Samvega. So, what you say, grief. I don't think it's a grief, and then it affected him. So this one is a paraphrase already. This is technically a paraphrase already. He said to himself. This part is not. That's why he put in the quote. He said into himself. I don't think they will heard the word said in the sentences. If this craving grow, this is there. It will push me to unhappy rebirth. So the word put hell is rechanged into rephrase into this line. I should subdue the word restrain. My defilement, that one is defilement. Then with this stolen drop of water for object, and that means it takes this water as a meditation for a meditation object of contemplation. I develop inside, attain a silent Buddha. This is called silent Buddha. Pachika Buddha is silent Buddha. He stood there and reflecting upon the enlightenment. It does exist. You see, this and this is not going to mesh directly. So even though you got the answer, and when you do this, you will have headache because there are breakout in between line and line. So you need a lot of little bracket one. You observe. I may put in this form. You may even rephrase it in slight different from what I did. But what I'm trying to establish is the methodology. Methodology. We will fill it up the missing word, and then we come up with certain idea. Okay, we are done for today. One.
Paragraph only one comma. So you're just wondering, so confusing to translate.
You go and ask lah. Whoever do a degree and a master degree, ask them to translate there without looking at the answer. I'm very sure they cannot do.
Yeah.
I'm very sure cannot do. No
Yeah.
way you can do.